Back to Maybe Family Fun. Today we're going to do our bedtime read aloud. But we're going to do our animal of the day. So our animal of the day is great white shark. Ooh, scary. So if you're wondering why I'm doing this all of a sudden, is to teach you, all you kids or adults. Adults don't know every single animal in the world. Well, if they do, if they're scientists. But, some parents just don't know all animals. So this is also educational for them. So here's what the great white shark looks like. So each day I'm gonna pick a animal, and once we pick an animal every day, like first we're gonna go into this page, which like some of the information about them, and we're gonna say all the stuff about it and what it does. Like we're gonna do a short paragraph and a long paragraph. And then on this part is a profile, so we're gonna go through this because it's like there are some cool effects of their body. So here again, there's what the great white shark looks like. Very scary. So let's go. Did you know? We're gonna go do some did you know questions. Did you know a great white shark often pokes its head out of the water to sniff the air to present to prey? It's unlikely, however, that is a great white shark's eye works effectively above the water surface. And did you know shark teeth were once used as razor blades by the islands of the Pacific? So here's what the shark looks like underwater. So yeah, that's pretty scary. Alright, so that was our short paragraph. Now let's read our long paragraph. So this is how they attack in the water. Detect. The great white shark picks up a trace of prey as it swims slowly through the ocean and turns towards the source of the scent. So you see, he found a dolphin. The shark found a dolphin, and he starts swimming slowly so he can attack. Landing on the prey, the shark attacks at a very high speed. Just before impact, the eyes roll back in their sockets and the jaws open wide open. You see, he is going to catch that dolphin. Strike. The shark stabs into its victim and closes its jaw, tracing its tail to the drive from head to side to side. It saws through the flesh to take a bite. And you can see he has it. Devour. The shark waits briefly for the shocked and bleeding animal to die. If it likes the taste, it returns to the grass for more. Let me see there. He just ate it. Okay, so here is our next. Here's the profile. So we'll read that. Sensory devices. Small pores in the snout leads to receptors that pick up electric nerve signals and prey. Another sensors can detect blood in the water. So you see that little where they're pointing, that little black dot. These red sensors would be the bigger bite. As a shark attacks, its snout lifts out of the way, and the lower jaw protrudes to an alien teeth. Increases big capacity. So see, this snout down, and then he lifts up his nose so he can catch the little tiny fish. Pectoral fins. Wings like protective fins provide lift, holding up the shark's body in the water. As it moves forward, if it stops swimming, it sinks. So these little fins right here makes it swim faster. Teeth. Teeth are broad, sharp, and sturdy. Old, worn outer teeth shear off the new sharp teeth, move up from behind to replace them. So here's what their teeth look like. Body. Broad in the middle, the pointed at each end. The body slips easily through the water. Thick oil in the shark's large liver improves its power. So you see right there, they're pointing at the belly. Tail. Unlike most sharks, the great white holds its body quite swiftly as it swims and drives itself along with the highly reflected tail. So this is what their tail looks like. And yeah, that's some information about the great white shark. So let's head on to our bedtime read aloud. Meet on the road. Now, pray, where are you going? Said Meet on the road. To school. To school, sir. Said Child as it stood. What may you have in your basket, child? Said Meet on the road. My dinner, sir. My dinner, sir. The child as it stood. What have you for dinner, child? Said Meat on the road. Some pudding, sir. Some pudding, sir. Said Child as it stood. Oh, then now I pray you give me a share, said Meat on the road. I've little enough for myself, sir, as Child as it stood. What have you got in that cloak for? Said Meat on the road. To keep windows cold for me, said Child as it stood. So you see there's like these little green things, and here's our designs. Little present. I wish the wind would blow through you, said Meat on the road. Oh, what a wish, said Child as it stood. Pray, what are those bells ringing for, said Meat on the road. To ring bad spirits home again, said Child as it stood. Oh, then I must be going, Child, said Meat on the road. So fare you well, said Child as it stood. Antonym Scottish. So see, the bird is just watching them. What is that lady doing? She's like tilting. So then you see there's present. Making a wife. In the village of New Abbey lived a man called Alexander Harg. He was newly married. His wife was a fine-looking young woman. Some people thought it was that his fairies got hold of her, but kind of kidnapped her. So great was her beauty. A little while later, after his marriage, Alexander was out on the shore fishing with his net. Nearby were two old boats left stranded on the rocks. He did not go too near from him. He had stories of little people being heard around them. And sure enough, before long, Alexander heard a noise coming from one of the boats as the people were using hammers and shines in there. Then a ghostly spoke up from the other old boat. What are you doing in here? So you see, there's the two boats. And here's our designs. Making a wife for Alexander Harg, came the reply. Alexander stand and terrified by what he heard, thought of nothing but running back to see if his wife was safe. He burst through the door, locked it behind him, and took his young wife in his arms. Then he went around closing all the windows and making sure no one could get in. At midnight, there came a loud banging at the door. The wife got up to open it. Do not open the door, whispered Alexander. There are strange things a foodless night. So they sat quietly together after a few while, the knocking stopped. Just as they were relaxing again, the animals began to make terrifying, blood-curdling noises. The pair of them stayed indoors. They did not open the door until morning. When they did so, they found a statue carved in oak and shaped like a likeness of Alexander's wife. The good man made a bonfire and burned, hoped never to hear the ghostly voices again. So here's Alexander. He's fishing with this little net. And here's our designs. The kangaroo. Oh, jumpity bumpity hop and go one. While was lying asleep on his side in the sun. This old kangaroo, he was whisking the flies with his long ghostly tail from his ears and his eyes. Jumpity bumpity hop and go one was lying asleep on his son. Jumpity bumpity hop. Antonyms Australia. So you see the little kangaroo is asleep, and I don't know if you can see the flies, but they're asleep. And here's the presents. Oh, and here's the sun. The eagle. He hops the crag with crooked hands, close to the sun in lonely lands. Ringed with the azure world he stands. The wrinkled sea behind him crawls. He watches from the mountain falls, like a thunderbolt he falls. So if you don't know who this was written by, it was written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. So you see this little rat crossing by, and this eagle is just like looking at him. Here's our designs. The snake. A narrow fellow in the grass occasionally rides. You may not have met him. Did you? Did you not? His notice is suddenness. The grass divides with a comb and spotted shaft is seen. And it closes at your feet and opens further on. He's like a boogie arc, a floor too cool for corn. Yet when a child is in barefoot, a more than once at more. So you see, here's a red snake circled, and here's the presents, and here's the long snake. I thought a whipslash on briding in the sun, then stopped to search it, and wrinkled when I was gone. Several of nature's people, I know, they know me. I feel for transport of Conway, but never met this fellow, attended or alone, without a tigering breathing at zero at the bones. So if you don't know who this was written by, it was written by Emily Dickinson. Here's the snake again, and here's another snake, and here's our designs. And that is all we're going to read for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this read aloud. Bye.